Now come with me today as we take a tour of the Virgin Voyages lady ships. So let's start our tour here in the Roundabout, which is at the very centre of all Virgin Voyages ships. This two-storey space does connect to a lot of the other venues on board Virgin Voyages, and it's going to be a central hub for your day-to-day time spent on board Virgin Voyages. If you actually look up at the ceiling, you'll see a light installation that is actually also doubling up as a compass. It always points towards the front of the ship, but there's also a second light that you can see that also points north. The big red desk also doubles up as a customer service station on busy days as well, so this could be where you could plan your port adventures and also get help if you need it whilst you are sailing with Virgin Voyages. Next to that is where you'll find Get Lost, which is the Future Voyages desk. If you had a fantastic time on your current voyage, definitely put down a deposit for your next cruise because you get some fantastic onboard perks if you do so. On the opposite side of the ship is where you'll find Draught. Now this is a venue I don't personally use very often because I'm not a beer drinker, but if you are a fan of beer, this is going to be the place to head to, and they also have plenty of shots available. Now this is an example of the differences between the different lady ships. Some of the artwork, like these tentacles, appear on all three ships, however the design of them is different depending on which ship you're on. If we start to make our way towards the aft of the ship, or the back, we will come across this sitting area, which is a nice space to relax on busy sea days with a book, or just to take in a coffee from the nearby coffee shop. Grounds Club is one of two gourmet coffee shops that you can find on board Virgin Voyages. This is going to be the great place to grab some pastries if you are heading out for the day, or if you do need that fix of coffee, or you like your coffee with a little hint of alcohol, then definitely this is going to be one of the two places you want to get to for your barista style coffees when you are sailing with Virgin Voyages. This is also one of the locations whereby you can find printed copies of the daily schedule. They don't drop them in your cabin, so if you want a printed copy, this is the place to get them from. If we keep making our way towards the back of the ship, we come to the feature wall section of the Virgin Lady ships. Now this section is a lot of fun. Here you can see on Scarlet Lady you have the swings for you to sit in with the graphics behind them. My personal favourite, however, happens to be the seahorses that you can find on Resilient Lady. They're so much fun to sit on and take pictures with. Valiant Lady, sadly I don't have any pictures of, but she does have a graphic wall that you can stand in front of and take pictures in. The next venue we come to is going to be the Social, and this is always a really popular and really busy spot on board Virgin Voyages. There is a giant chest that is open throughout the day where you can help yourself to various board games, be them classics, or they've got some contemporary really fun games like Cards Against Humanity that you can borrow and play with your friends that you make on your voyage. This also sometimes doubles as a bit of a sports bar, so you can sometimes find sport on the TV. You can also get a bite to eat here as well, so you can get things like hot dogs and those amazing buffalo wings, which I do happen to eat a lot of once I am on board Virgin Voyages, as well as milkshakes and spiked milkshakes as well. There is also a sweet or candy counter where you can get bags of jellied sweets, but you can also get things like fudge and Rice Krispie treats as well. Towards the back of the Social you'll find another one of the bars on board Virgin Voyages, the Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon is always really popular, especially in the evenings, but it does have a fantastic range of cocktails as well as a full service bar menu as well, so you can find wines and beers here as well. Always has a really busy, lively atmosphere. There's often quizzes or trivia held nearby, so it's a really great bar to kind of spill into if you are looking to enjoy your evenings on board Virgin Voyages. Directly across from Loose Cannon, you are going to find the arcade on board Virgin Voyages. Each ship does have different arcade games, but in general you're going to find some retro classic games for you to enjoy. They're all on free play, so you can play them as much as you want, and it's a lot of fun to just come here and kill a few hours as you are enjoying a sea day, maybe grab a milkshake nearby, and just relax if you are somebody who's a big fan of retro computer games, especially like I am. Now, we're almost at the back of the ship here on Deck 7, however, before we get there, I just want to talk about this fantastic venue called the Dockhouse. This venue, during the daytime, is going to be a quiet, relaxing lounge. They sometimes do have live music, but it's a little bit more acoustic during the daytime. But it's going to be a fantastic Mediterranean-inspired venue where you're going to find amazing cocktails available. Again, there's a bar right there at the very back, but you can also get light bites to eat as well. These are served as smaller meze style plates, so they are perfect for the between meal snack, or if you are looking for a lighter lunch, then definitely head to the dock. Now, Virgin Voyages has over 20 eateries on board. However, next we come to the first of one of 6 main eateries on board Virgin Voyages, and this is the Wake, the steakhouse. aptly named because of the beautiful views you have overlooking the ship's wake as you dine here in this gorgeous venue. You'll find as we go through this video that there are no main dining rooms on board Virgin Voyages. Each night you make a reservation for one of 6 main eateries, and all meals are made fresh to order and freshly prepared. There's no mass catering on board Virgin Voyages. Now the wake is going to be your seafood and steak restaurant, and the food here is incredibly elevated. If you want a more in-depth look at the food available on board Virgin Voyages, then definitely check out our ultimate guide to the dining on board Virgin Voyages, which I'll link here now in the title card above. Before we head to the back of Deck 7, we do have this small venue here where you can get pressed juices and smoothies, as well as this quick grab-and-go station called Quickies, where you can get things like box salads and charcuterie boards, as well as some sweet treats to enjoy on the go if you are exploring your ship for the day. Now we come to one of my favourite spaces on board Virgin Voyages, which is going to be the dock. Now this incredible space right at the very back of the ship does have amazing views, and they have those glorious sunbeds for you to enjoy as well. This menu is an extension of the menu you're going to find in the inside dock house, so when you are ready, find a spot and just flip up the card on your table to let the crew know that you are ready to eat. The food here is those gorgeous meze plates, and honestly you could eat so much. They do also have Opa Hour, which is a more Greek-inspired version of the standard menu, so definitely keep an eye out for the Opa Hour. A full stock bar as well, so if you are looking to cool down on those warmer days and just lap on those gorgeous day beds, then definitely this is going to be a spot for you. It's an incredible place to watch sail away, and also on those glorious sunset hours as well. This is one of my favourite spaces on board Virgin Voyages. It really is indulgent. A common misconception about Virgin Voyages is that it doesn't have a promenade deck, but you can actually walk all the way around the entire outside edge of Deck 7. And you do have amazing places like this where you can sit and relax in the sun as well, and it's right near the coffee shop as well, so it's perfect for relaxing in the sun with a book. We're now going to head back to where we started our tour, the Roundabout, but just before we get there we do have the pizza place, which is going to be, unsurprisingly, the pizza place. Best place to get pizzas on board Virgin Voyages, and in my opinion it is the best pizza at sea. I've eaten so much pizza on board Virgin Voyages. Every pizza is made to order, and they are served individual size as well, so you can order, take it back to bed with you. They do close around about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's definitely available till late at night, and it does have this gorgeous trattoria style seating area outside as well. Honestly, there's nothing better on a kind of embarkation day or a sea day than grabbing a pizza and just watching the world go by. Next to the pizza place we have Lick Me Till Ice Cream, which is reminiscent of that Virgin Voyages tongue-in-cheek style that you do find across the ship. This is going to be the included ice cream parlour on board, and it does have a rotation of flavours available as well throughout the week, so each day there will be a new flavour for you to try as well, and again it is included, so you can have as much ice cream as you want while you are sailing with Virgin Voyages. Call me basic, but my favourites are always the chocolate and coffee ice cream. So that brings us right back to the Roundabout. As I say, it is the heart of the ship, so you are going to come through here quite a lot throughout your sailing, but that does take us, as we keep moving forward, to our next venue, which is SIP, the onboard champagne lounge. With its really chic and sophisticated decor, SIP really is a wonderful venue for that pre-dinner drink, or if you are about to head off to the theatre, which is just down the corridor from here. Again, it's a great place to meet with your friends and gather for a wonderful cocktail before your show begins. Virgin does also offer an afternoon tea service, which is usually served here in SIP. It is chargeable, but you can have your own cocktail, or for a small extra charge you can get it paired with champagne too. Now if you're somebody who does enjoy a good bit of karaoke, then worry not, Virgin Voyages does have a dedicated area called the Groupie, which has a number of karaoke booths available for rental. These are free and included, you just have to fill out the sign up sheet at the relevant time slot you'd like, and then just help yourself to it. It does have a dressing up cabinet nearby, and I have been known to frequent here when I'm quite drunk late at night and ruin a couple of classics. Don't let them know. Well, now they know. Don't worry, there's much better entertainment on Virgin Voyages, and no place is better for that than the Red Room, which is going to be the onboard main theatre of Virgin Voyages. Now the Red Room is a transformational space, so the layout and configuration of the room does change depending on the show that you are watching, whether it's a traditional theatre style show, or something more immersive where the different stages will pop up and move around you as you are watching the show. Entertainment on board Virgin Voyages is definitely different compared to the mainstream cruise lines, and you're going to find the entertainment is a little bit more risque by its adult-only nature, but also as well you're going to find it a lot more immersive than some of the other cruise lines as well, where you get right up close to the action. Shows like Untitled Dance Show Party Thing really do sum up how crazy, chaotic and energetic some of the shows are on board Virgin Voyages. Shows like Dual Reality, which are currently exclusive to Scarlet Lady and Valiant Lady, see the auditorium broken up into two different warring sides, the red and the blue side. At its heart, it's a contemporary retelling of the Romeo and Juliet love story, but it does have this really beautiful tale at its heart about seeing past the differences of each other and trusting your heart and falling in love with a person who you really truly do love. Shows like Misbehave on board Valiant Lady and Resilient Lady are chaotic by nature and reinforce the rules that life isn't fair, but with a really heartwarming message at its heart. And then you have then as well shows like Ships in the Night, which is the closest you're going to get to a typical theatre style show on board Virgin Voyages, currently exclusive to Scarlet Lady. We'll talk more about Scarlet Night as we go through this video. However, one thing I want to make sure you do is make sure you make an appointment to visit the Octopus Goddess in her Octopus Garden on Scarlet Night. It's a beautiful, tragic love story and really does bring together the whole narrative about Virgin Voyages and what Scarlet Night is about, so definitely make sure you see that. Regardless of which ship you sail on, there is always something new and exciting to see in the Red Room, be it from the in-house entertainment shows or the guest acts that Virgin Voyages will bring on exclusive for your voyage. If you are somebody who does enjoy having a bit of a gamble when you're on your cruise, then worry not, Virgin Voyages does have a casino right in the heart of the ship as well here on Deck 6. It's always busy as it is in quite a central location, but if you are a fan of slot machines, roulette or card games, then definitely there's going to be lots of choice for you here in the casino on Virgin Voyages. There is also a nearby bar as well, so if you did want to get a drink and just relax and take in the atmosphere and watch a few card games, then you can definitely do that here. Now it's time to enter perhaps the most photographed corridor on any cruise ship anywhere. This is the entrance to the Manor, the onboard two-storey nightclub on all Virgin Voyages ships. The Manor gets its name from Richard Branson's original recording studio, so there's a nice tie back to the overall Virgin brand here as well. On the main lower floor you do have the main bar, which is two-sided, but then as well as you go onto the dance floor you are going to find there are lots of different booths for you to sit into, as well as then a floor area which in the evenings works as a dance floor, but is also then set up with tables and chairs for the many cabaret style shows that happen here in the Manor. Throughout the daytime, Virgin Voyages hosts a number of cabaret style shows here in the Manor. You're going to find shows like Around the World with the Diva, the onboard drag queen, or you'll find shows like The Hostess Sings Her Secrets, where you do have then the vocal powerhouse of the hostess serenading you as you enjoy cocktails or a drink or two. Some evenings there may be a theme to the nightclub as well, so you've got parties like We Fancy, which is a celebration of how fancy and incredible you are. You've got Heartbeat, which has a number of pop-up performances and dances by the Happenings cast. And then you've also got as well one of my favourites, which is Club Rubric, the 80s night on board Virgin Voyages. This one is always popular, a lot of fun, and again it has lots of pop-up interactions from the cast as well throughout the night. Regardless of whether it's one of the theme nights or not, the atmosphere in the Manor is always really lively and the party goes on until the early hours of the morning. It's also not unheard of to see festival stage acts, which are guest acts brought on by Virgin Voyages to perform in the various venues. This can sometimes be inside the Manor as well. You then also have the Supper Club series of events. Now these are going to be cabaret style dinner shows that do carry an extra charge, but they are absolutely incredible. You get an incredible meal, but you also get a generous helping of cocktails throughout it and a really beautiful immersive show as well. That really does change your perception of what a dinner show could be. If you're somebody who prefers more of a lounge environment, then worry not, we're back here at the Roundabout again. And this is going to be on the rocks. Now this is a cocktail lounge that is right at the very heart of the ship here on Deck 6. There's lots of space here, so definitely get your friends together, grab a drink and catch up on the amazing adventures you've been having. There is also a stage here at On the Rocks as well, so in the evenings you're going to find the house bands or some of the vocalists from across the ship who will be performing for you into the evening hours as well. staying in the Roundabout and directly across from On the Rocks, which you can see here, you're going to find High Street, which is going to be the onboard shopping district on Virgin Voyages. Now each ship does have a slightly different layout, but the same shops do appear, just they happen to be in different places depending on which ship you're in. You're going to find destinations like Dry Dock or Stubble and Groom, which are going to be the hair salon for males or females. There is also as well a MAC Cosmetics or a cosmetic shop, again depending on which ship you're on, but you are going to find your cosmetics as well as your standard duty free as well. So if you're looking for tobacco products or alcohol products, you can find that. And of course Virgin is famous for Squidding, the onboard tattoo parlour, the only one at sea. There is also a Virgin Voyages brandwear shop located on each of the ships, so if you are looking for your Virgin Mermaid merchandise, this is the place to head to. There are also a number of designer brandwear stores available as well across the ships, so if you are somebody who wants to get your designer brands duty free, then definitely there's opportunities for you to do that on Virgin Voyages. But next on our tour is the first of two eateries that are located just off the High Street, and the first we're going to talk about is Extra Virgin, the elevated Italian onboard. If you are a fan of fresh made pasta and Italian food, then definitely Extra Virgin is going to be somewhere you're going to want to make a reservation for when you are sailing with Virgin Voyages. All 6 of the main eateries, the food is incredible. They are some of our highest rated food, and it is all speciality level dining as well. So definitely, if you are somebody who enjoys a good meal, then Virgin Voyages is definitely the choice for you. And here's just a few of my favourites: the potato gnocchi, calamari, and the affogato dessert. On the opposite side of the ship, we find ourselves at Test Kitchen, which is probably the most unique of the eateries on board Virgin Voyages. Test Kitchen has a concept where it's a gastronomy molecular kitchen. Now, the food here is going to be very playful, and it's going to play with your senses and expectations of what food can be. Personally, for us, it is a highlight of Virgin Voyages and probably one of the most unique dining experiences anywhere on any ship. You can see the chefs performing the meals fresh in front of you, which adds to the element of it being a bit of a gastro-science molecular kitchen. The meal is served as a 6-course menu, and you are given just one ingredient. So for example, you will be told that this next plate is egg, and you won't know exactly what that dish is until it arrives on your table. Some of the best food we've ever eaten on board any cruise ship has been here in Test Kitchen. We're now going to pop down to Deck 5 and find ourselves at the Redemption Spa, the onboard spa on Virgin Voyages ships. This is going to be where you're going to want to head to if you want to detox after you've been drinking heavily or partying all night long. There are a number of thermal treatment rooms, from this, the salt room. You'll also find a sauna. As well as a steam room available for you to enjoy as well. A personal highlight of mine is the mud room, where you are given some cleansing mud to put on yourself and then just let it seep in and cleanse your pores. In the centre you will find the hydro pool, so if you want to relax in the warm water or in the cold tub, you can do that here. One thing to note, however, there is no hot tub in the Redemption Spa. If you are looking for the typical spa treatment menu, then they definitely have that available, and we do also have those treatments listed on our website. Find it on the link in the description below, which links to our ultimate guide to Virgin Voyages. Which, if you can't find the answer in our ultimate guide to Virgin Voyages, then you can definitely find it here at Sailor Services. This is going to be the onboard guest relations, so if you have any issues with your onboard account or need to book any services, then definitely the guys here at Sailor Services will be able to help you do that. Next to Sailor Services, we find ourselves at Pink Agave, the next of the main eateries here on board Virgin Voyages. Pink Agave is going to be the elevated Mexican restaurant, and if you're a fan of tequila, you can also pop here and take use of the tequila and mezcal bar right here at the entrance to Pink Agave. It's here that you will find your favourite Mexican dishes, however they have been elevated slightly to give them that Virgin Voyages dining experience. I think by this point I've eaten everything on the menu, and there is nothing on here that I wouldn't recommend, even the fish, and I'm not a fish lover. On the opposite side of Deck 5, we find ourselves at Razzle Dazzle, which is a really unique venue when it comes to its decor. It takes its theming after the Razzle Dazzle painting style of the World War battleships. When Virgin Voyages first launched, Razzle Dazzle was a vegetarian-forward eatery, and while you'll still now find plenty of vegetarian options on the menu, it has now changed its menu to be more of an American comfort food, but again still elevated in that Virgin Voyages eatery way. It's also one of 2 venues that is used for brunch service as well, so Razzle Dazzle and The Wake you can make a reservation for ahead of your voyage, or once you are on board you can just pop along and have an incredible brunch here as well. Hidden away at the back there is also the Red Bar, and not a lot of people know this, but you can just pop along here if you wanted to have a cocktail, so it's a bit of a hidden gem find if you are looking for a quiet bar. Here is the secret menu item burger, which is probably the best burger on board Virgin Voyages. The more we sail with Virgin Voyages, we actually find that Razzle Dazzle has become our favourite eatery on board. So that brings us to the end of our tour of Deck 6 and 7, the main indoor spaces on board Virgin Voyages. There are 3 elevator banks, forward, mid and aft, that will take you to your cabins and to the outdoor spaces, and in my opinion Virgin have some of the funkiest elevators at sea. If you'd like to see one of our cabin tours, then definitely check out our Virgin Voyages playlist. We have a number of cabin tours available for you to see. If we take the elevators all the way up to Deck 15, we arrive at the Galley, which is the Virgin Voyages equivalent of the buffet. And I say the equivalent because Virgin Voyages has no buffet. Instead, it's made up of a collection of eateries that each offer a different cuisine that you can order from and have delivered to your table. Everything is made fresh and made to order, so the food does arrive as fresh as possible. So before we talk about the different cuisine, let's have a little look around the different stations that are available to dine from. It is a surprisingly big space, however, if you do head towards the back, you are going to find quieter pockets if you did want somewhere a little bit away from the hustle and bustle. But my personal favourite is this, the outdoor space, right at the very back of the ship. Not only does it have incredible panoramic views, it's also a great place to kind of enjoy breakfast as you wake up and just want to take in the amazing views of the destination you are in for the day. So when you have found somewhere to sit and you're ready to order, just flip up the flag on the card in the middle of your table and the crew will come over and take your order. So what can you dine on? Hot off the press is the place to go to if you want hot press sandwiches like paninis or toasted sandwiches. There's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich here as well, which is a lot of fun to eat, as well as classics like the cheese and ham toasty and avocado toast. Next up is Noodle Around, and this is going to be the place to head to if you are a fan of ramen. Whether it's spicy or tonkatsu ramen, there's definitely an option for you. Next up, let's taco about it. As the name suggests, this is going to be the place to head to for tacos. This is one of my favourites in the morning as well, with a chorizo burrito. Then just a quick mention to Pop and Bubs, where you can get alcoholic ice lollies and champagne service as well. Now we're working our way back towards the front of the ship, and we arrive here at the centre of the galley, which is going to be the busiest area. One of my favourite stations to go to between meals is Bento Baby, which is a grab and go sushi station you can help yourself to as much as you'd like throughout your voyage. And then you have the champion of the galley, Diner and Dash. Now this is open 24 hours and it's going to be the place to head to if you want your all-day breakfast. I've lost count of the number of early hour finishes in the Manor that end in the galley for an all-night breakfast. Next up is the Burger Bar, which unsurprisingly sells burgers, and they do have a range of daily specials for you to choose from as well. Next to that, you're going to find, and here comes the Virgin Voyages pun, well bread. This is where you're going to find all your baked goods, so if you're somebody who likes donuts and pastries, then head here, but you're also going to find artisanal breads. If you're looking for something sweet, then definitely head towards the sweet side, which is going to be the dessert station in the galley. So many amazing things to eat, but my top recommendation is there on the left, the s'mores, a deconstructed s'mores in a cup. Honestly, it's stunning. Each of the different lady ships also has their own signature dessert, which you can get from this station, so definitely if you are on the different ships, make sure you try them. Then the last of the food stations is going to be the Daily Mix. This is where you're going to want to head to if you want to grab a salad, or in my case, a bagel. It's a really great option if you're looking for something lighter or on the go. Tea and filter coffee are included as part of your cruise voyage, so you can help yourself at any time from the station you can find in the galley. There are multiple dotted throughout, as well as the soft drink stations, so if you wanted to grab a juice or an included soda, then you can do that, just help yourself to the machines available. The galley is also where you're going to find Grounds Club 2, which is going to be the second barista coffee location on board Virgin Voyages. One of our favourite things if we've been out exploring for the day is to come back, grab a few cakes and enjoy an afternoon tea coffee in the galley. And then, just like you can on Deck 7 near the dock, you can find more Quickies locations as well. So if you're looking to grab a quick bite to eat rather than wait around for your food to come, then you can do that at the entrance to the Galley. Then, located towards the back of the Galley, you're going to find the entrance to Gunbae, the onboard Korean barbecue eatery. Now, this is another one of the Virgin Voyages main eateries on board, so you do have to make a reservation to dine here in the evenings. However, walk-up slots can be available as well. Just work with the onboard dining team to secure your slot. It is a really fun and interactive dining experience. All the food is cooked on the barbecue grill in front of you, and when you do start dining, you do play a drinking game to get to know your table mates, because there is a chance you could be sat with people you may not know if you are in a smaller group. It is the only Korean barbecue at sea, so it's definitely a must-do if you are sailing with Virgin Voyages. Now, after you've eaten all that incredible food, worry not, Virgin Voyages is also well equipped with a number of gyms on board. Located just by the galley in the midship elevators, you're going to find B Complex, which is broken up into two different sides. The one side is going to be dedicated to all things cardio, and on the opposite side of the ship you're going to find all your resistance and weight training sessions. It is state of the art, and it does have the latest techno gym equipment. And the great thing is as well, if you are a fan of fitness classes like spin or the TRX classes, they are included as part of your Virgin Voyages fare. There's no extra charge for doing the group fitness classes. The gyms on board Virgin Voyages are given prime real estate, so you do have that fantastic connection to the scenery that you are sailing through. You're not hidden away in the belly of the ship, it is right in the heart and the forefront of the ship, and it does shine through then as well to the importance that Virgin Voyages places on fitness as well as enjoying yourself. Now let's get outside and start exploring the incredible pool spaces on board Virgin Voyages. This is one of my favourite sea day spots, Gym and Tonic and the Wellness Pool. Contrary to popular belief, that actually isn't a hot tub in the middle, it is a hydro pool, so it's going to be a great place to kind of cool down on the hot days, but there are two hot tubs located either side of it as well, so if you are somebody who likes to spend your day relaxing in a hot tub, you can do that. Then if you're somebody who likes to just enjoy your drink and sit down in a pool, then this is going to be the spot for you as well. Between the two pool spaces on Virgin Voyages, there is going to be the stairs to take you up to the upper deck if you wanted to. But before we explore that, let's head out to the Aquatic Club, which is going to be the main pool on Virgin Voyages. This is the ultimate spot for those people who enjoy sitting in the sun and enjoying all that comes with that beach club vibe that we all love about sailing in the Mediterranean or the Caribbean. You're going to find loads of day beds for you and loads of sunbeds located all around the area. There is also bar service as well, and that pool, whilst it may not be the biggest pool at sea, is definitely perfect for what it's intended for, which is cooling down if you are enjoying a glorious day sailing the Mediterranean or the Caribbean. This is also where you're going to find the most iconic toilets at sea, which are the loos with a view. This is also going to be the heart of the Sail Away party, which will be your first chance as well to meet the Happenings cast, who are the Virgin Voyages entertainment team. They really do a fantastic job of setting the tone of every single party, and they are definitely the people you want to make friends with if you want to get the invites to some of the secret events that happen on board Virgin Voyages. At night time, whilst not always used, it is used for probably the best event on board Virgin Voyages, which is Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night is the signature party on board Virgin Voyages ships, and whilst it does take place throughout the whole of the ship, the culmination of it is on the pool deck, and it starts with a giant performance piece by the various entertainment cast, and then ends in probably the best pool party at sea I've ever been a part of. Genuinely, it's not long before everyone's getting in that pool and dancing. There's no better party at sea. Before we head upstairs to deck 16, there are two other venues I want to mention. First is going to be the Tuna, which if you are somebody who's looking for a manicure or a pedicure, this is going to be the place to get that done. And look at those incredible views. How amazing would it be to get your nails done as you are overlooking the beautiful scenery that you are sailing through. Across from that is a space that is very rarely advertised, but it is the scene. Now this is a bit of a hidden gem, and if you're somebody who wants to be indoors but still find somewhere quiet to relax in, then definitely this is going to be something you're going to head to. It's very rarely used because it's off the beaten path and not a lot of people know it actually exists. We're now going to make our way up to deck 16. And this is another one of my favourite spots, is Sun Club Cafe. It's only open during the lunchtime hours, but it is the place to go to if you want to get bao buns or if you're a big fan of poke bowls. It's in a great quiet little spot to grab a little bite to eat and has fantastic views as well. Then, right at the very front of the ship, we find ourselves at Richard's Rooftop, which is the VIP RockStar suite only area. This private area is exclusive to those guests who are staying in one of the RockStar suites on board Virgin Voyages, but if you ask me, it is one of the better perks of being a RockStar on Virgin Voyages. There are plenty of day beds for you here in Richard's Rooftop, but also as well lots of different seating options. Whether you're getting together as an intimate couple or part of a larger group, there's definitely space for you. It has its own dedicated bar where you can order drinks and food from as well. Every day between 5 and 6 PM is also Richard's Sunset Hour. Now this is an hour of unlimited Moet and cocktails, or you can choose to have an alcoholic drink of your choice as well. It's a really great way to start your evenings on board Virgin Voyages if you are staying RockStar. So let's continue exploring the rest of deck 16, and this is the Sun Club, which is ultimately going to be the place to head to if you are somebody who just wants to relax and enjoy the sun. It is going to be above the pool area, so you can still hear the music that is going to be happening in Athletic Club. However, there's an abundance of space up here for you just take a stroll if you wanted to around the upper decks, or find one of the free sun lounges and just enjoy the glorious sun as you are sailing in the Med or the Caribbean. There is also a bar here on the upper area, so if you did want to refresh, you can do that as well. The seats are always popular as well, and perfect if you do want to watch the ocean sail by. The back half of deck 16 is referred to as the Athletic Club and is home to a number of different venues. And whilst it does still offer plenty of places for you to relax in the sun and enjoy your time on board Virgin Voyages, fitness does play a very big part in this section of the ship. Not only can you see here all the fitness equipment that is outside for you to help yourself to, including what I'm pretty sure is the only boxing ring at sea. Training camp is another spot dedicated to fitness and is often where you're going to find a lot of the group fitness classes, which again are included in your Virgin Voyages fare. You can make reservations for the group fitness classes as soon as you get on board the ship and connect to the Wi-Fi. As we start to make our way towards the back of the ship, you're going to find these day beds, which are often available with parasols, so it's one of the few shaded sunbeds on board Virgin Voyages, as well as these fun quirky hammocks and a lot of fun sports and fitness equipment as well. There is also a sports area on board, which does have a basketball court, and you can also often find pickleboard here. And yes, I did get that in first time, definitely. Anyway, moving on. On the opposite side of the ship, you're going to find more areas to sit in, including this humongous seat as well, which is perfect for lounging in the sun. You can also find as well some outdoor games to play, including a giant chess set. Along the one side of the ship is also where you'll find the cabanas. These are available to hire for the day. You can do it via the app by messaging Sailor Services or just speaking to the bar team at one of the bars on the pool deck. Then, if we make our way to the very back of the ship, we come to the Athletic Club bar. This spot does have a full service bar, so if you are looking to relax in the sun and enjoy a drink, then definitely head here. There are also a number of day beds that you can use, as well as that incredible wraparound day bed. Either side of the ship as well you will find 2 hot tubs, which are very popular especially on sea days. There is also a catamaran neck that you can step out onto, however I've never done that because I have a paralysing fear of heights. Then, if we head up the nearby stairs, we arrive at Deck 17, the highest point of Virgin Voyages, where you'll find 2 different areas, the first of which is the Perch. This is a bit of a hidden gem because it is a little out of the way and not a lot of people know that it is actually up here, but if you're looking for somewhere to relax in the sun away from people, then definitely head up here to the Perch. It offers fantastic panoramic views over the aft of the ship. This is often where the Splash of Romance or Sailing Club's Sail Away Cocktail Hour is also hosted. Lastly, we then arrive at one of my favourite post-dinner spots for walking off all the incredible food on Virgin Voyages, the Runway. The runway does wrap around the entire back half of the Virgin Voyages ships, and it is the best place to go out to get panoramic views of the scenery you are sailing in. Four laps around the runway is the equivalent to 1 mile. So that brings us to the end of our Virgin Voyages Ladies Ship Tour. If you have enjoyed this tour, I really would appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up and hopefully subscribe to the channel where we share more Virgin Voyages news and updates with you. And if you are ever interested in sailing with Virgin Voyages, then I definitely would love to help you. We do always have either an exclusive sailor loot offer, or if you book a package holiday with us, then we can also look to give you an overall package saving. You can find the details in the description below or by visiting magical-traveller.com. Other than that guys, all the best and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!